Back like we never left, just on to the Breakfast Show and TSL Nigeria TV, and we are discussing celebrities and the public opinion. The public opinion is a view that is held by a diverse group of people over a specific issue, and sometimes that issue just happens to be celebrities. Now, when celebrities, especially those in the performing arts, decide to show the world what they can do, they sign up for a lot of things. Now, is public opinion one of those things? We're going to find out of this, ladies. This morning, my ladies and I were discussing celebrities and public opinion. Good morning. How are you doing?
Joyce. How are you? Fine.
I'm okay. Are you ready to go into this thing? Because something happened, though, my sister.
Okay.
Something happened. So yesterday, social media, mass media, print media, everybody was having a conversation about someone that is not usually talked about. Now, his name is Peruzzi. He's signed to DMW, Davido Music Worldwide. He's a singer-songwriter that has a couple of projects under his belt. One of the songs I think you should know is one where he's featured by Two-Face. Amaka Disappoints Me. It was huge, right? You know, and he's been doing really, really well. He has this song For Your Pocket. It was in Madness. He also featured Davido in the remix of that one. It was quite big. He's had a couple of big songs, although most of them has been features. He also dropped an EP. It was quite exciting. Now, sometime in January, some other rising star came out when Peruzzi came out. Her name is Tenny the Entertainer. She's been on our faces. She tries to be really funny. Some people find her really, really funny too. She had this freestyle Fajin initially, and then she's just in our faces. She's doing really, really great, making great music. She was on Skibi's most recent project, That's How Star Do. She had a verse on it. It was exciting. Now, generally, for Nigeria's premier award ceremony, which is the Headies, they have something which is really the next rated artist. I think that's it. Somebody you should watch out for in the future, and usually pick a couple of people that are really hot that time, that they are convinced are going to be big, and then we have to vote for the one that we believe is going to be the biggest. One time we had the battle between Lil Kesh and Ricardo Banks, where Ricardo Banks won, and it was a whole thing, but I digress. There was a huge conversation about who was going to win between Tenny and Peruzzi, and the Tenny went on to win the Best New Artist at the Sound City MVPs Awards, and everyone was convinced that, Tenny was the next best tune after Sliced Bread. And a lot of trolling happened when Peruzzi had a heated burst. Now, amongst all that trolling, some social media influencers were very involved, and one of them is somebody called Pamilerin. He has about 120,000 followers, and he said some really hurtful things about Peruzzi. Now, on a Sunday in Bayelsa State, Daimele opened a new club and invited a couple of his friends. Some of those friends included Pamilerin and Peruzzi. Apparently, Peruzzi and Pamilerin had some one-on-one time, and some slaps were delivered. In relation to Pamilerin speaking about Peruzzi in January. Now, of course, Peruzzi has gone on to apologize, as so as Davido, and the influencer has gone on to give some interviews on a couple of radio stations. And Peruzzi claims that, people think artists and celebrities don't have feelings. And so he was hurt since January.
This happened exactly, I was about to say 6 months down the line.
Can hold a grudge. So I need you guys to tell me, but let's just dive into this conversation. Should he have done that? Should his feelings have pushed him to that extent?
It took that long. For me, why wait that long? Why didn't he respond all this time?
It didn't find him.
He didn't find him. He had to punch him.
Slap
him.
Punch.
Had to slap him 6 months later.
It's when he
because
saw
first
him.
of all, people would respond to this because he's a celebrity. There's already a picture of him. Fans are already like, oh, we love this guy, we love Peruzzi, and then you come and then you slap an influencer, and then not necessary at all for me.
Think about his feelings, John.
I think he can hold a grudge. Wow.
I think it's wrong actually for him to slap that guy. And I see this stuff as a two-way thing. People should, although everyone is entitled to freedom of speech, I think before you go out there to put something, you should also consider that other person's feelings. Celebrities are human. Not because celebrities they are now superstars. They get affected by words we tell them. So I feel it's a two-way thing. Although we have freedom of speech, the guy would have come out in a better way than attacking him the way he did. And Peruzzi on his past is wrong to have engaged in a physical fight with this guy. I mean, people look up to these celebrities as
exactly.
You do?
Role models. Yeah.
Okay.
Kids look up to them and
Did you?
Yes, and seeing you do
Jesus
that. It's really not. It's not a pretty sight. I think it was wrong to have
They
being
responded
physical
that
with
way,
it.
personally.
Okay, assault out of the way. There's something that I really want us to accept and talk about. When you said just now that people look up to them as role models. Do you believe that celebrities should be role models?
Well, it gives people what to look forward to. It
What's
may
up
not-
with
it
your
may
mommy and your daddy?
Even your mommy and your daddy would tell you to get mentors and role models that
And you
look
chose
up to.
Peruzzi.
I didn't choose Peruzzi. I'm just saying there are people who actually look up to him. Like, man, I was be like, this guy when I grow up, as in, like, I wish I can just get the kind of break he got. I mean, there are people who actually think like that. You won't blame them because probably those are the pictures they actually see every day. So people actually have celebrities as their role models. It
So
happens.
should these celebrities, like for me now, I don't believe celebrities should be role models.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why. Because I understand the fact that human beings are not infallible. You know, I fully understand that these are just people, they're trying to live their lives. And a lot of them have not been able to express themselves or live any kind of life that they're going to live because you people are telling them that they're your role
people.
models. Yes, you people, Joanne,
I mean,
are
no.
telling them that they're your role models when all they're trying to do is make money. You know the way you come to work every day? When celebrities go into the studio, they're going to work. When they go to the shows, they're going to work. You know, imagine that's just the office. Somebody else say I'm a role model.
Let me come into
gives
that.
people
When I was
something to look
small-
up to,
When
okay.
I was small, I actually looked up to Stella Damascus.
Okay.
Nobody told me. I just liked her for who she was. Then. So I feel kids look up to these people because they see them regularly on TV and I want to be like
I
that
feel
guy.
like
When
that
I grew up, I
person.
want to be like that person.
I want to
You
act
just,
too.
and when you ask them, who's your role model, they just go, oh, Peruzzi, oh,
Yeah.
Sufi.
Yeah.
So I think kids are more into this
Children are impressionable.
Yes,
I accept.
yes.
But you think that celebrities should not live their lives because somebody in Confan Chan's child is going to be negatively affected? Look at this girl, for example. One of my favorite celebrities of all time is Rihanna.
Okay.
Rihanna is the poster child for living your life irrespective of what is going to happen. She's literally, she does all the vices, you know. She hooks up with guys if she wants to hook up with a guy. She smokes weed. She does a lot of things that a lot of people are not going to approve of.
Yeah.
But right now, Robin Fenty is the richest African American, the richest female musician in the world. She has a huge business. She is dating a billionaire. B.
Choice, it's money. I know whenever you hear money,
Money.
your antenna
No,
just
I
goes
want
like
this
this.
to be clear. Like she
Yeah.
is living her best life,
Okay.
irrespective of people's children. So are you saying that because some random person's child is looking at me in his TV that I don't know, I should pause my life?
I'm not saying, nobody's saying pause your life. What I'm saying is whether you live wrong or you live right, people would look up to you.
So I should just do what I want.
So you keep living your life. Now, the society would definitely come out and say, hey, I don't like, why are you looking up to that person? Can't you see the way her life is? She does this, she smokes weed, she does this and does that, and maybe her lifestyle is not beautiful. But the child is looking at something and saying, I want to be a famous singer tomorrow like Rihanna.
Exactly.
I want to have the kind of money she has. I want to have the kind of fame she has. I want to have the kind of freedom she has. It doesn't matter what his parents are saying at that time. He is what he wants.
So should they have to structure their life in a way because some kids
I don't think they
Somewhere.
I don't think they owe anybody how they live a life because they have a choice in their life. They're adults, first of all. Now, that's where I would say that parents come in. You can help your children streamline what they accept and explain to them. You know what happens most times actually is parents don't explain why it shouldn't be like this or why it should be like this. Now, if you're saying something in the celebrity that your child likes, and then you see, okay, this is not where you should be going, to be able to draw the line. You can't just take a celebrity and put him in a box and say everything about him is bad. There are definitely good things about him. Now, for example, take the singer, the person who is famous. Okay, let's use Rihanna. Rihanna is famous, is rich. You have to see the part that she has a successful career, irrespective of her lifestyle. So you have to bring that to your child and say, oh, my child, you can look at this part, you don't have to pay attention, especially if you know the vices she's going, you don't like it. You have to draw the line, tell them what you want and what you think they should be doing. I think
Okay, like I have a question from what you just said. Like a year back, popular Nigerian singer did a song where his hair was going kind of green, and we saw all the teenage guys with
Go green.
go green. So now we're looking about kids, what about adults? How would you talk to
Adults are
teenagers?
adults. They are old enough to make choices.
Right?
Adults are adults. They decided to make that choice for themselves. Now you can come and say, what is wrong with you? Why do you always seem to follow the trend? But come on.
What trends are to be followed? That's what they call trends, though.
So you come out and say, you're going to say, just because you don't like something doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. People make choices. That's their problem. Do you understand? So for me, I feel that you decide and say, I decide to come tomorrow, Joyce, and say, I want to have gold hair or pink hair.
I won't walk with you on the road, but I understand where you're coming from.
I want to pink hair now. Pink is a new trending. I want to go pink, and then you're gonna be like, no, but I'm old enough to make my choice. I chose that.
Of course, guys, I'd like for you to drop in your comments on this conversation. I have this one coming from Uyiwizi. It says, good morning, all. Good morning to you. Yeah, I hope you're enjoying the conversation. But now let's move to, you remember we'll talk about public opinion for celebrities and the way they live their lives. They forget to put into cognizance that these celebrities are people. Now, a lot of celebrities have found themselves unable to cope with fame. Let's take Michael Jackson, for example. There was a time that he brought out his baby from a balcony, and I think some people pressed charges for child abuse. It was his child. He was showing the world his child. And the world was like, we didn't permit you to do that.
Wow.
Let's even talk about Justin Bieber, when he started dating Selena Gomez, and she kept getting death threats every day from strangers telling her to leave their man alone.
Wow.
And things like that. And then there's even the smallest things. When you can't even go out. There was this old interview that P Square had when they were you guys used to come back together. Anyway, so it's usually an old interview they had, and they asked them, they asked one of them, I don't know which is which, what is the biggest struggle you have faced being a famous person? And he was like, they don't give us change. But whenever we go and buy something, they won't give you change. And then if you ask, you could see the news tomorrow, P Square fights over 500 naira. And so their lives are really, really caged. Should they just have to deal with it? Should they not be able to complain? Some people say that if you want to be famous, you should know that these things are going to happen. They'll say you know what you signed up for.
Yeah.
So can they not decide to speak up about this issue?
I don't know. I feel they should speak up. I believe that a man is a free moral agent, free to express himself. If someone tells me that I'm going to ask for change, it should be by my own choice to say I want to leave 500 naira for you.
Well, you can't. You're a celebrity. You have to be wealthy. You're throwing money on the ground.
Bro, have fun. And then I say, take.
Precisely.
I'm just supposed to do
Especially
that.
if you're a Nigerian celebrity.
I feel that that's just the entitlement thing talking. That's entitlement. They're just being entitled, and you're not being fair. You're not being fair to the person that you're expecting so much for. He's a human being. He has a right to say, I want to give you my money. He has a right to say, I want to live my life this way. He has a right to say he wants to bring his baby out on the balcony. He has a choice. So why I feel that what fans do most times is they put unnecessary pressure on celebrities to respond to them.
But do you think they signed up for this? That's what that is the basic argument. They're saying that if you decide that you're going to be famous, you have to deal with the fame monsters. You have to know that they're going to be trolls. You have to know that they're going to be critics. Did they sign up for this?
Basically, for me, I feel people should learn to, like I said earlier, celebrities are human.
Did they sign up for this?
No, they did not. Yes, okay, let me digress a little. Let's go back to the Big Brother Nigeria that just ended up last year. Okay, so even after they left the house, the fans kept sending Alex and Sissy, they kept sending out threads, messages, because they believed that these two were not in good terms. And according to them, they were in good terms, they were talking. So people should learn to separate celebrities' life, their personal life, from what they do.
Exactly.
Like, because I sing today doesn't mean tomorrow I can't walk down the street. I can't stop to buy bole.
Exactly. No, you can't stop to buy bole.
Yeah,
you actually can't buy bole. They will just tell you, Joanne is now broke. Cut buying bole on the street.
So people should learn to separate their personal lives from what they do. There should be a line that, when I'm on stage, that's what I do. But after that, I'm free to live my life the way I want.
Speaking of public opinion, do you know there was a time where actors were actually attacked in marketplaces?
They threw tomatoes at Patience Ozokwe in the market.
Because of the
They were calling her a wicked witch.
And she was just acting. acting. It wasn't like it was real life.
I love you, Fishy, don't worry. Okay, now this is bringing me to, I think, the last question that we should just play around with before we call it a day. Can you separate the artist from the art? And this is what I mean. A while ago, we found out some really troubling information about R. Kelly, Robert Kelly, with the child molestation and rape and all of that stuff. And then we had a time that Chris Brown went through a lot for assault when he beat up Rihanna, and he had some issues with anger management at that time. And then we have The Game, who is constantly name dropping every woman he has seen her pants in this life. So the question is this: can you take away the artist from the arts? Can you say that I love D'Banj's music, but I'm not going to say that about D'Banj, I love him too much. Can you say that I love R. Kelly's music, and it doesn't matter if he's a child molester or not? I don't like the fact that he's a child molester, but I like his music, so I'll take his music. Can you separate the artist from the art?
I can. I love R. Kelly's music.
Please don't say that on TV.
But I think you should be able to separate the artist from his personality. Now, some of them have really done good music. Now, take Whitney, for example, God rest her soul. She did help a lot of people, a lot of singers right now become who they are as singers. When some of them talk about their story, they always go back to Whitney and say, but she had a drug problem.
I mean, it's not child molestation, but okay.
That's why I took it away from there. Do you understand? She had a drug problem, and these were real issues in her life. We should be able to separate that. This is the celebrity's life. These are his struggles, because we who want to attack, we also have our personal struggles. Just because it's not out there in the public and the public doesn't know about it doesn't mean we don't have our things to struggle with. We need to understand that these celebrities are actually human beings, and we should be able to separate them from their acts.
Beloved, what do you think?
Okay, for me, I feel if what they do actually contributes to society in a positive way, I feel we should be able to give them a chance. Let's separate whatever they are from what they do, because like she said, all of us, we all have our flaws, we all have the bad aspects, but just because it's not out there doesn't mean we don't have that negative part about us. So I feel we should be able to separate what they do from who they are. Like let's take R. Kelly for example.
Let's stop taking R. Kelly for example. That is not the right example.
He has good music. Talking about music, he actually had good songs.
How do you listen to Step in the Name of Love when you know the person is loving is 13 years old?
No, see, those are extreme cases. Hold on. Those are very extreme cases. And the fact that he did that, we are not saying we're clapping for him. Wow, well done, you did well. Horrible. He shouldn't have done that. He should be prosecuted. Necessary. But I'm saying that he did good music. He just had a really messed up mindsets and ideas about life.
Did you know that according to the research that they made on him during one very serious documentary, that he wrote "You Are Not Alone" for a girl that was about 14 years old because she got pregnant? He wrote it for Michael Jackson for that girl. So whenever you hear "You Are Not Alone," you know it's about a child he's raping. Anyways, for me, I truly do not believe that you should separate the artist from the art. Okay. Now, an artist, especially for music, is a brand. People usually do not buy into your music. They buy into your brand. They buy into the idea that you sell. When people think about Davido, I want to listen to Shekwe as much as the next guy, but usually you buy into the fact that he's rich. You buy into the fact that his lifestyle is aspirational. When you think about whiskey, when you think about you also think about the fact that he came from Shita, so he made it. Artists are usually brands. You think about Tiwa Savage, you think about Maven First Lady, and now see how far she has come. You think about Yemi Alade, you think about her remixing Caro, and now see where she is. You cannot really take the artists away from the art because you buy into their brand. So if I do not love the brand that you're selling, I cannot love your music.
Okay.
That is where I'm coming from. So I do not really think that you can separate the artists.
I think it's separating. Why I'm saying that is because over time we didn't know this. These things came out eventually. We didn't know this for a long time. So you already fall in love with the artist.
I
find that I had issues.
I have fallen out.
You have to start. Then you don't notice that they are having issues. I
will walk away. I don't stay in abusive relationships. I know that note, we're coming to the end of our conversation this morning. It felt so short. Maybe it's because we were having fun. I'm not entirely sure. But we'll be here again tomorrow morning having more sexy, exciting conversations with you. My name is Joyce Chicks.
And I'm Joanne Gigbe.
And I'm Adrian Mogede.
And I look forward to you enjoying your brand new public holiday tomorrow. Tomorrow is our brand new Democracy Day, and we're going to be discussing about it tomorrow as well. Have yourself a lovely week ahead, and good morning.
Good morning and bye.